Zach Life beat depression. It's day 683, and we're back in the place to be with another active recovery session to wipe out depression. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here now. Anyone who's tuning in later, appreciate you guys and girls out there for tuning in and supporting the cause and supporting each other. As you guys know, it's a martial arts for mental health show, and we like to tune in to those mental health tools first, because without mental health, nothing else matters. So we try to break the stigma on this show by being public about our progress and sharing the tools that work for us and empowering others with those tools. So one of those tools we like to use primarily to begin the show with is that gratitude tool. Gratitude today going out to Rookwave Switch for his support, for lending me a place to stay, giving me a place to do laundry, shower, taking care of me, showing me huge hospitality, carting me around sometimes in his dope DeLorean. So a whole bunch of gratitude going out to that guy. And also gratitude going out to you guys and girls for being here, for being part of this social support group that we are building for people all over the world. Lisa the Luminary, Mad with Hats, Mel the Blind Fury, thank you guys all for being here. Appreciate you. And there's some hearts coming in. Appreciate that support. Woohoo, Waterflow, peace, Sackman, and everyone else from Mad with Hats. Appreciate that, man. Good vibes all around. And is that a replacement for the van? Nah. No, I couldn't fit a punching bag in it. Otherwise, I would really consider that. But yeah, that is Rook's. Rook's the guy who's lending us so much time and space to help get this bus back on the road. If you've been following the journey, you know the Beat Depression bus will be under repair now in Colorado. It's being sent out to Colorado. It's going to be under repair for a couple of months. I won't have it back until the fall time. So I'm going to be creating something new in the meantime so I can help my hometown community, and maybe we'll get that. It'll be a mobile experience as well. Not too much more. I'll just leave you with that teaser. But think about that gratitude tool. Like I said, I mentioned my gratitude going out to you guys and girls for being here, for supporting each other. Also going out to Rookwave Switch for all of his support with our cause. So think about your piece of gratitude for today. That'll put you in that positive mindset as we move into today's lesson. And second mental health tool, progress tracking. Please do keep track of the number of days you show up for you and accomplish your daily goal, whatever that may be. If it's 1 minute of exercise, that can be it. If it's all 10 minutes, if it's 9 minutes, if it's this show, that can be it. If it's something else that builds you up mentally and physically, that can be your daily accomplishable goal. But by keeping track of it and keeping a physical record of it, that will give you a physical anchor back into reality when those lies come in from depression or anxiety. So please do keep track of that number. It only becomes more powerful the more you keep track of it. And unlike other exercise routines or things like that, we never fall off the wagon. We never go back to zero. We never lose proof of our endurance as long as we keep track of that number. Even if you miss a day, it doesn't go down. It just continues to grow stronger and stronger. The more work you put in, the more proof you will have of your endurance, especially through those hard times. Shout out as well to When Roses Blossom. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your support. And Mad with Hat said, respect to that dude. He's talking about Rook. Definitely big thanks for helping the homie. Appreciate that, man. Shout out as well to Dania. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your support. And today is, as we talked about before, an active recovery. It's a low-intensity Waterflow Wednesday. I brought you outside for a change of scenery with a sweet DeLorean. We'll be punching to the tunes of the 80s, that 80s retro synth vibe. Actually, that's wrong. We'll be punching to binaural beats to calm the nervous system today. Not the 80s. We have still the nostalgia from the boombox, but, you know, we got to keep it calm today. I want to keep it low intensity, and though it's 110 degrees out here, I'm taking that into consideration, and that's why I think low intensity day, I can manage this without dying. I've got a lot of water. I hope you've got water too, and you're staying hydrated out there. We're going to be practicing different martial arts techniques from the Muay Thai position. But our main focus today is going to be in on the breath. It's that breath work tool. This is one of 2 active recovery days. This is the lowest, lightest intensity one. And we're going to be focusing in on a breathing tool known as diaphragmatic breathing. So let's practice that first, and then I'll show you how we link it in with martial arts striking patterns to turn it into a moving meditation. First, you want to place one hand over the chest, one hand over the belly. We're going to try and keep that chest flat and breathe deep through the nose to the belly, filling the belly with air, holding on to it for a moment, and then exhaling long and slow out the mouth. Let's try it together. Deep breath through the nose to the belly. Expanding that belly, keeping the chest flat where it is. Hold for a moment. Long exhale out the mouth. Letting that belly fall. Shout out to Hello Nurse and Ree Brickman. Thank you guys for being here as well. Thank you, gals. Appreciate you. So we're talking about that breathwork tool, tuning into that diaphragmic breathwork tool. And then we're going to get into a single 10-minute flow-based round where we link in some striking patterns with that breath and use it in a moving meditation to knock out stress, anxiety, frustration, and the mild to moderate symptoms of depression and anxiety. You can look into the flow zone, look into flow state of mind, and check out how that is a eustress experience. And it has been shown that stress cannot exist when you enter that state of flow, nor can the mild to moderate symptoms of anxiety and depression. Sorry, there's some bugs out here. There weren't too many bugs the last couple of days. I don't know what's going on. But let's get back on track with that breathwork tool. So a couple different ways you can make it even more effective than just a deep breath. Make sure when you're breathing in, it's going through the nose to the belly, chest staying flat. Hold for a moment. And then on the exhale, we want the exhale to be twice as long as that inhale. And we want to push that breath out of the mouth. Long and slow, letting the belly fall. Want to put a little bit of resistance in the lips. Adding some resistance in the lips and some back pressure there further strengthens and further activates the diaphragmic breathing muscle, which calms and activates our sympathetic nervous system. So use those couple of different tips to enhance that breathwork tool. And now we're going to link it in with movement as well to take it to the next level. So go ahead and pop into your Muay Thai stance, nice and balanced. If you're not familiar with it, all those stance guides are available on sacklifeofficial.com at the bottom of the free martial arts for mental health class section. We're going into modern balanced Muay Thai stance. If you've never done it before, visualize a box on the floor. You're going to take your dominant hand, that's going to be your rear foot. You step your front foot forward into the top corner of that box, bend the knees so that the weight is on the balls of the feet. That will give us easy rotation, and it should be nice and balanced. Head centered, top foot, top corner, back foot, bottom corner. And we're nice and balanced there. You can shift that body weight forwards and backwards from the front foot to the back foot, keeping the guard high by the brow line. Close the fingers, tuck the thumbs, and you can roll those fists as well to carry your rhythm. Or if you'd like to just hold that position solid for the sake of the low intensity class and keeping it under control, you can do that as well. You really want to tune into the breath and let that breath be a guide for your pace. We're going to be practicing striking patterns, but we're going to keep it to 1 to 3 patterns tops. 1 to 3 strikes tops. And the way we'll link it in with breath is on the inhale to the belly, we're going to return to that defensive stance, holding for a moment in the belly, and then long and slow we're going to exhale forwards into those striking patterns. Thinking about all those different tiny points of adjustment in our body that we can tweak to get a more refined and a more accurate striking pattern down. We're building that muscle memory, we're fine-tuning those motor skills, and we'll get the benefits of that when we go back to those high intensity rounds or when you get a chance to get to the bag or in the ring. You'll have that muscle memory there, and it'll help you with your technique. Shout out to Giselle, thank you for being here. Luca, thank you for being here. Slayer Ken, thank you so much for being here as well. And Luca said he gets to start karate in 6 days now. Good stuff, brother. I'm excited for you, man. I'm happy to hear you're starting a martial arts class. I always encourage people to try different forms of martial arts. They all have mental health benefits. They're all a great place to find, well, not all, but most are a great place to find a supportive group of growth-minded individuals who are there, interested in each other's success. So I encourage you to check out what's around there. And Slayer Ken's in the studio. He just shared his number of days, 291 days of consecutive progress for Ken. Thank you, Ken, for sharing that. Thank you for being an inspiration to others out here. And if you guys are keeping track of your number as well, sharing it's one of the best ways we can encourage each other and show each other what's possible. Show each other it's not just me out here. It's all of us out here making that forward progress and finding ways to push forward through whatever struggles we are dealing with. And as I mentioned before, that number is proof of your endurance because it is a struggle. It is a battle for mental health. And these things are not going to go away. Depression's been around for a long time, but we can win that battle every single day. We can beat depression every day. We don't say cure depression because it's not going away, right? But we are capable of beating it. So that's what we're doing here today. Congrats on 291 days of beating depression, Ken. And Lucas said his is 12 maybe. That sounds very unsure. But I'm glad you're starting to keep track. Write it down, buddy. Write it down somewhere. Put it on a calendar, a piece of paper, or something like that. That'll help us remember. If I didn't keep track of mine physically, I'd have no idea how many days I'm at. So please do keep track of that number. Ken, almost at 300, numbers going up. I don't have access to my tracking tool yet, but I think I'm at 27. Good stuff from Hello Nurse. Thanks for sharing that progress as well. It's good to hear other people making that forward momentum, building that momentum. It's all about that consistency, right? That consistency will get you somewhere. It'll guarantee the growth. Will guarantee the progress. We just got to keep going, keep doing it. So that being said, we talked about the breathwork tool. We talked about flowing into it. Let's recover it one more time and get back on track. And is there water behind the wall? No. Unfortunately, there's no water out here in the desert. It's just super hot and dry. So when I get mobile again, we'll bring you to water locations for the Waterflow Wednesday. It'll be more appropriate. But for now, we've got this dope DeLorean behind us, so that'll have to suffice. Hopefully you guys appreciate that environment as well. So let's do this thing. Let's get back on track. We're going to have some calming tunes coming out of the boombox. We're going to get into Muay Thai stance. We're going to take that deep breath in defensive stance and let the exhale be our guide. We're going to start with the basic jab and cross, and we're going to flow through into different combinations, different striking patterns, taking brief breaks in between to tune back into the breath and make sure we keep this at low intensity. Remember to drink water. Remember to check in on your environment. And Lucas said, is there a cactus? There definitely are. I saw a whole bunch of cactuses out here. It's pretty cool. Shout out as well to Paul Stephen Barrett. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your support. We're just about to get this thing started, so let's do it. Pop into Muay Thai stance. Let's get those calming tunes going. Get nice and balanced, and we're going to take that diaphragmatic breath, that deep breath into the belly in defensive stance. Bring the guard up high, tuck the chin, Muay Thai position. Deep breath into the belly. And hold that breath in the belly for a moment. Long and slow exhale. On the twist through into the jab. We're exhaling through the mouth with resistance in the lips, slowly turning that fist forwards, turning it over, landing on those large two knuckles, thumb tucked. Now deep inhale back to defensive stance. Hold that position. Long and slow exhale through jab and cross. 2 strikes, 1 long exhale there. Keep it nice and slow. The slower, the better. We want to flow into these patterns. Deep inhale back to the belly in defensive position. Long exhale forwards through jab cross. Twisting through the body. We rotate on the ball of front foot for that jab. Rotate on the ball of back foot for that cross. Head stays nice and centered between the feet in a balanced position the entire time. Now stay in this striking form until you fully exhaled out of the mouth, and then long and slow deep inhale back to the belly. Hold that breath in the belly. Long and slow exhale through jab cross. Flowing from one to the other. You'll notice as soon as my lead hand makes contact on the retraction, I bring it back to defend the head. So that's an important thing to note too. Deep inhale back to defensive position. Long and slow exhale forwards, jab cross. Fully exhale in that striking position. Deep inhale back through the nose to the belly. Holding that breath in the belly. You can move around with it, get creative with it. Visualize that depression dummy to land all your punches on. Go ahead and shake the arms out if you're feeling that lactic acid build up. Take position again. Take that deep breath in. Oh, I have to start that. Here we go. Take that deep breath into the belly as you approach defensive stance. Holding that breath in the belly, we can take a small step in for the jab. And twist through. Really exaggerate the shoulder movement in your shadow boxing. This helps build muscle memory, and it'll tighten up when you're in a higher intensity situation. Deep inhale back through the nose to the belly. Into defensive stance. Long and slow exhale forwards. that breath in the belly, and as you hold, you can move around if you'd like, but do it slow, nice and slow. Long and slow exhale through jab cross. Fully exhale there. Deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly, and we're going to start switching over to elbow strikes. If you want to stick with jab cross, that's totally fine, but for now, just shake out those arms. Shake out that lactic acid. Let's tune back into the breath and make sure we're keeping it low intensity and not getting carried away with the strikes. Take that deep breath into the belly, keeping the chest flat. Through the nose, expand that belly, hold for a moment. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. And back into it, back into defensive position. Take that deep breath into the belly. Hold that breath in the belly, long and slow exhale forwards into an elbow strike. We're stepping forward, we're twisting through the shoulders and hips, we're twisting through that body, and we're dropping that front hand into the chest in an invisible pocket, twisting through, let the body weight carry that elbow around. Fully extend. When you fully exhale here, deep inhale back through the nose to the belly. Hold that breath in, and long and slow exhale through that elbow strike. Fully exhale out here, and deep inhale back to defensive stance. Remember, go slow, let it flow, be like water, be like Bruce Lee. Visualize that opponent in front of you. Deep breath into the belly, long and slow exhale through 2 elbow strikes this time. Twisting right on through from the first strike to the second, all on one exhale, nice and slow. Deep inhale back to the belly. Hold that breath in the belly, and long and slow exhale through double elbow strike. Bending a little bit on the knees will help with that rotation. Keeping the chin tucked will help with that balance. Fully exhale here, and deep inhale back to the belly. Holding that breath in the belly, slowly flow into double elbow strike. All through that long exhale, through pursed lips. Deep inhale back to defensive stance. And hold that breath in the belly. Let's return to the breath. Relax the arms, shake out that lactic acid if you're feeling the burn. Go into a neutral position, one hand over the chest, one hand over the belly. And let's take that deep breath in again, through the nose to the belly, and hold. Long exhale out the mouth. With pursed lips. Remember, put some resistance in those lips. Deep inhale again to the belly, and hold through the nose. Long exhale out the mouth. At least twice as long as the inhale to make sure we're getting that calming effect. Back to business. Pop into your balanced stance. Take that deep breath in and defensive stance. And we're shifting back to the jab, and then we're going to follow up the jab with that second elbow strike. So let's long and slow exhale through the jab, and then twist through on that back foot. Bring that rear elbow around. Lead hand comes back to defend. Rear elbow goes forwards. Deep inhale back to defensive position. Hold that breath in the belly. Long and slow exhale through the jab. Make contact, and then rotate right on through to that elbow strike. Keeping the guard high as the hand comes back. We're twisting through the body, through the waist, through the shoulders. Deep inhale back to defensive stance. Work some movement in there. Long and slow exhale, jab, elbow. Fully exhale there. Make sure all of that breath is out of the belly. Deep inhale back through the nose. Holding that breath in the belly till it's time to strike. Step in for the jab, elbow. Fully exhale there. Deep inhale back. Defensive stance, hold the breath in the belly, jab, elbow, let's do it. Deep inhale back, holding that breath in the belly, We're gonna go lead elbow this time, and then into a cross. Flow right through both strikes. Deep inhale back. To guard, long and slow exhale into lead elbow. And then ball that fist. Rotate right on through to the cross. All on one exhale here. Turning through the balls of the feet, making sure you're balanced. Let's return to a neutral stance and we'll get back into that combo. Shake out the arms, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, stand up nice and straight. One hand over chest, one hand over the belly. Let's breathe deep to that belly and return to the breath. Deep through the nose. Keeping the chest flat. Long and slow exhale through pursed lips. You can close your eyes for a moment and draw your attention to that breath. Make the breath even more powerful. Deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. Back to stance. Let's pop back into defensive Muay Thai. Deep breath into that belly as you return to defensive stance. And we're starting with that lead elbow cross combo, long and slow. Flow right through those strikes. Deep inhale back through the nose to the belly. And what we want to try and do now is measure that breath. Go ahead and breathe normal when I'm just instructing. Measure that breath so that by the end of that exhale, we're at the very end of our last strike. So we want to move through both strikes, all on that long exhale, and try and finish that last strike. Make contact with that depression dummy right at the very end of that exhale. And we'll slowly inhale back. Let's do it together. Defensive stance on the inhale to belly. Hold that breath. Long and slow exhale through jet through elbow. And then cross. Deep inhale back. Now I went too fast. I've got to slow it down so I can run out of breath right at the right moment. Long and slow exhale through elbow and cross. Deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly. Long exhale through elbow cross. Deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly. Long and slow through elbow cross. Breath in the belly, long through elbow and cross. Deep inhale back. Long and slow through elbow cross. Deep inhale back. Almost there. Linking it up with movement. Let's do it. Long and slow through elbow cross. Back. To guard, hold that breath in the belly, tuck the chin, long and slow through elbow cross. Deep inhale back. Guard high, switch it over and be free. Use any striking patterns that you'd like now. Keep it to 2 to 3 strikes total and let that movement flow with the power of breath. Deep inhale to defensive stance. Long and slow exhale through strikes. Deep inhale back. Long and slow exhale forwards. Deep inhale back. Long and slow exhale forwards. Inhale back. Long and slow exhale forwards. Deep inhale back. Long and slow exhale forwards. And that is the end of our Waterflow Wednesday. Let's tap into that breathwork tool one more time, just in case those strikes and the energy associated with it got you a little amped up. Let's make sure we give ourselves that active recovery with the power of breath. Take that deep breath in again, using the hands as a guide. Deep through the nose to the belly. Hold that breath for a moment. Long and slow exhale through pursed lips. Letting the belly fall. 1 or 2 more times. Let's really calm that nervous system. Deep breath in through the nose. Relax the chin and jaw. Stand up nice and straight. Deep breath into the belly. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. And one more time, eyes closed, visualize that breath going in, filling the belly, deep into the belly. Long and slow exhale here. And that is the end of our Waterflow Wednesday active recovery moving meditation session to wipe out depression. Thank you so much for tuning in now. Anyone here now, anyone here later. And if you are feeling the benefits of this class, if you tune into you now and see if you've got that calmer state of mind, that calmer energy, that lowered heart rate, if you're tuning into the power of that breath and you're benefiting from this class, please do let the world know at Sack Life Daily on YouTube. All these episodes go over there to be uploaded in high quality, and that way everyone can have access to these tools, not just the people on Instagram. So please do leave a comment at Sack Life Daily on our daily show if you're feeling those benefits. Until next time, I will catch you guys and girls, same Sack time, same Sack channel, same Sack Life. Sackman out.